ये स्क्रीन शेयर कर सकते हो ना?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are live now. We can start.
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। मैं आपके आज का होस्ट धरित्री बड़ा। मैं गुवाहाटी यूनिवर्सिटी में मास्टर्स कर रही हूँ वुमेन स्टडीज में, और आज एनाजोरी के साथ एक नया एजुकेशनल सेशन लेकर हम दोबारा आए हैं। और आज का हमारा सेशन है योगा एजुकेशन के ऊपर। सेशन स्टार्ट करने से पहले मैं एनाजोरी के बारे में शॉर्ट में बताना चाहूँगी आप सबको। एनाजोरी एक नॉन प्रॉफिटेबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो 2018 में फॉर्म हुआ था। एनाजोरी के फाउंडर का नाम मिलिंद दत्ता है, और एनाजोरी बहुत सारे अलग अलग प्रोफाइल्स में काम करते हैं, जैसे बिल्डिंग योर लीडरशिप स्किल, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप क्वालिटी को हमारे एनहेंस करता है, और अलग अलग फील्ड्स में आगे बढ़ के अलग अलग फील्ड्स में काम करते हैं, जैसे हमारे एजुकेशन में सेक्स एंड जेंडर, आर्ट एंड क्राफ्ट, शेल्टर एक्सेट्रा। और आज के हमारे गेस्ट है सर एन अफाबा सिंह, इफ आई एम नॉट प्रोनाउंसिंग इट रॉन्ग। वो मणिपुर से हैं। उन्होंने अपना ग्रेजुएशन पंजाब चंडीगढ़ से किया है, और उन्होंने अपना मास्टर्स महंत महापुरुष श्रीमंत शंकरदेव यूनिवर्सिटी से किया है। वो एक पीएचडी स्कॉलर हैं फिलहाल, और वो एक नेशनल लेवल जिमनास्ट भी रहे हैं, और एट प्रेजेंट वो एक योगा इंस्ट्रक्टर है। उनका अपना योगा फिटनेस सेंटर है गुवाहाटी में। 2 सेंटर वो काम कर रहे हैं, एंड योगा फिटनेस के ऊपर उनका प्रैक्टिकल योगा में उनका 10 इयर्स का एक्सपीरियंस भी है। एंड अब हम अपने स्पीकर से जानना चाहेंगे उनके बारे में थोड़ा। तो सर।
Thank you, Daritri ji, and good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank to Anajori core team for giving me chance to share the platform, and thanks to Himashri for recommended my name, and thank to Gitish Pita and Daritri for helping me, and a big congratulations to the team, Anajori team, for great work for the development of the society and the new generation. So before I start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Aphaba. I'm a PhD scholar in MSSP in Guwahati, Mahapurush Srimanta Sankadev University. It's a Guwahati, it is in Nagaon, but there is Guwahati campus also in Rupnagar. So I'm from Manipur, and I came to Guwahati in 2011. First, 2011, and I come in this field in yoga. Before I start professionally in yoga, I used to participate in the yoga competitions. But in 2011, I decided to become an instructor. So first, I did a yoga instructor course from S. Vyasa. It is in Bangalore, one of the finest university in the world in yoga professional. In 2012, and after 5-6 years gap, I did again PG diploma in yoga and naturopathy in Purvanchal Yoga Institute. It is in Maligaon, Guwahati in 2007. And after that, after completing my PGD, then I start again planning for master in yoga. So I did again master in yoga and naturopathy in 2018, again in the same institute, Mahapurush Srimanta Sankadev University, Guwahati campus. Now I'm working as a yoga instructor since 2012, and in 2012 I started small yoga studio in Bamuni Medan, fitness, in the name of Fitness Yoga Center. Then after that, I have opened second yoga center in Guwahati club, then third and fourth. But after during the COVID pandemic, two centers is almost already closed, but still two centers is running on. So this is all about me in my yoga journey. And can I start the topic?
Yes, you can start the topic now.
So today I would like to share some knowledge regarding the yoga education. The topic is yoga education. Before I start yoga education, I would like to talk about what is education. Education is just a process of. Can I share the PPT, please?
Yes, you share the PPT.
Is it visible? Hello.
थोड़ा सा zoom कर दीजिए तो visible हो जाएगा.
Okay. Now is it visible?
हाँ, ठीक है.
Okay. Now, before I start yoga education, I would like to talk about the education. Means it is the process of facilitating the learning or acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, beliefs, and our habits. If I say the definition of the education, it is just the knowledge, skill, and understanding that getting from our society, our family, our home, schools, colleges, and around our university, and even in our surroundings also. So in education, it involves some following some factors like teaching, learning, teacher, student, and subject. Teaching is sharing the knowledge, learning the getting the knowledge, and teacher a person who who's sharing the knowledge, and the student who is getting the knowledge, and the subject is it is the content of the study, content of the learning. So a yoga education is start from ancient times. We can say that yoga is it can be found, yoga education and practices can be found in some ancient texts like Rig Veda, Upanishad, Darshan, Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Vasishtha, Hatha Yoga text, Buddhism, Jainism, so many texts are there. So in if I said this education system start learning from family tradition, ancient tradition. Suppose before it is not found in written this is transfer the knowledge through one person to another person in the family or the friends or the surroundings. Like before is schooling or school education system or universities, there is learning process was happen in the families and the Gurukul tradition. After that come to the university level. Suppose family tradition, they used to start provide education through hunting, agriculture, trade, craft. So that is our daily routine. It is kind of our daily routine, daily needs. Okay. After that, Gurukul traditions come. Then in that period, the Gurukul tradition, the ashrams are from, in the ashram, they used to share the knowledge through open airs and whole day, continuous process. The student has to stay in the ashrams and learn the knowledge from the gurus by serving the gurus all day long. And how this Gurukul system is finished, then after that universities come up, and like Guwahati University, Gwalior, it is founded in 1964, Varanasi, Banaras Hindu University in 1916. They started this Gurukul system in the universities, then start learning education in the university level. Then in the ancient education system was just like they used to teach the education through guru to the student in open air, in sitting nearby the trees and in the open setting, and no fixed hour, and knowledge is transferred from one person to another, not in written form. Then sometimes they used to restrict the choose the person of the yoga trainer, yoga student. Everyone cannot take the yoga education before. In the ancient time, they have to choose, they have to give a taste, and the gurus, then the rishis are choose the students. Then they are more emphasis on the recitations and activities, daily activities, and the guru used to decide, guru used to guide. Everything was the guru's, only one guru. Okay. Then after that, ancient education history, I would like to come to the history of yoga. History of yoga starts from pre-Vedic. Pre-Vedic is before 500 BC. Before 500 BC, but that time the people were not so much civilized. But in Vedic period, around 5000 to 2000 BC, the Vedic period started. In the Vedic period, development of the naturalism perspectives and the growth of the urban, like Indus Valley civilization and Saraswati civilization, and it is the place where the yoga started. Yoga is born. Then after that, we can found that the written materials of the yoga, not only the yoga, but related to yogas and ceremonies, in 4 books. Most in ancient books, that is Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda, and Atharva Veda. After that, Upanishad periods come up, and during this period, mystic teaching, identifying the individuals with the entire cosmos. Means in this period, they come up with talking about the cosmos, about the universe, about the realities, then about the creators, then how to realize, how to reach this creator, how to this and this is the this period Upanishad period is written about the Om, written about the Prakriti, written about the Purush, and start teaching. After that, pre-classical period, the epic, also known as the epic periods, come up. In this period, use of ritualized ceremonies like puja and yajna is developed in this period. Then through the transcendent limitations of the transcendent limitation of the mind. Then in Mahabharata, like Mahabharata, it's one of the during this period, pre-classical period, epic, also in this epic period, Mahabharata was written. And this is the world's longest poem and depicted a sweeping vision of cosmos and humanity. Yeah. And after that, Ramayana come. It is also epic poem about a travel of Ram, who lives by rules of dharma, duty to higher law. Then Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is one of the best book of yoga, teaching or learning yoga. It is extract from some portions coming from Mahabharata only, in which a teacher, Krishna, guides a young warrior, Arjun, in the ways of karma, like karma, jnana, bhakti yoga. The three, in Bhagavad Gita, three yogas are emphasis, like karma yoga, jnana yoga, and bhakti yoga. So through this karma, jnana, and bhakti, the yoga start develop to find the reality, to find, understand, and our daily activities, our daily routines, our daily understanding, what to do, what is the reality, what we behave, what we live, what we live our life. Okay. Then during this period, Buddha also, Gautam Buddha also come up, the founder of the Buddhism, according to his philosophy, awaken. That he said that everybody can be enlightened. Everybody can be enlightened through meditation, through finding the reality. So after that, classical periods come up. It is around 250 CE to 1000 CE. Then in this period, they are talking about a matter or dualism. So before classical period, pre-classical, during classical, there is not dualism. They believe in only creators. But in classical period, they talking about the matter, talking about the dualism. In this period, so many sutras have come up, Puranic, also known as Puranic period. Then, like Patanjali Yoga Sutra, one of the most influencing yoga texts that is based on the four pillars of freedom. And we can find one of the best path of yoga practice, that is eighth path of yoga practice. This is Ashtanga Yoga. All these are defined in 4 chapters only. Yoga Sutra is a seminal text describing 4 pillars of freedom and 8 path of yoga in 4 chapters. The first chapter is Samadhi. It is about merging with the divine life, And the second chapter is talking about the sadhana. It is a sadhana path, and it creates spiritual practice. It's all about the creative and spiritual practices. Then third chapter is Vibhuti path. It is the manifesting divine power. And the fourth and last chapter is Kevala path. It is cultivating the inner freedom. That in this process, Maharishi Patanjali talk about the Samadhi, because first, the main aim of the yoga is Samadhi. So how we can get this Samadhi? We can get through the Ashtanga Yoga. We can go through the Vibhuti, Kevala. Kevala can be attained only through different types of philosophies in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. The elements of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, like Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayama, Dharana, Dhyanka, like this type of some 8 steps are given there. Then we'll talk about it on later. So next, darshan we can find is next text we can find in darshan. You can say this is six philosophical schools. That is it is viewpoint on self and realities. So we yoga always talk about the self-realization, talk about the realities. The finding main aim of the yoga is only self-realizing. So on this basis, six Indian philosophy schools were formed. First is Yoga Darshan. Yoga Darshan is the mind training, actually mind training. Then second is Samkhya Darshan. Samkhya Darshan is talking about the being of self, being of reality, and Vedanta Darshan. It is the end of the last part of the Upanishad, and the Upanishad space mysticism. And next is Nyaya Darshan. It is talking about the logic behind the reality. And Vaisheshik Darshan. Next is Vaisheshik Darshan, about talking about the naturalism of the self. Then the last is Mimamsa, means ritual to get the realization, ritual to get the realities. So then another point is Yoga Bhasha. Yoga Bhasha is all about the commentary on Yoga Sutras. Then comes Kama Sutra. Kama Sutra is a compendium of advice on cultivating the erotic pleasures. Then after that, post-classic periods come up. In this period, it is also known as the tantric period. It is during the period of 500, developed during the period of 500 to 1500 CE. Then it is talking about return to the during this period, the non-dualism is again come up. Sacredness of all experience and experiences, emergence of the Hatha Yogas come up. During this period, tantras are developed, like practicing of tantras are developed. Then tantras belief in promoting enlightenment through the personal experience. Not only theoretical, it's a personal practice and personal experience, and multiple practices recorded in like Shiv Sutra, Tantra Aloka, Shiv Samhita, Mahanirvan Tantra. These are the basic Tantra texts that talking about the experience and multiple practices. Then Gorak's Paddhati. Gorak's Paddhati, it is about the Hatha Yoga text, asserting the existence of 84 lakhs asanas, and 84 out of 84 lakh asanas, 84 of them are useful according to Gorak's Paddhati. But in Hatha Yoga Pradapika, it is also a collection of the Hatha Yoga practices. But first, it is the first collection of first recorded yoga poses and describing about the 16 asanas and describing about the kriyas and pranayams, mudravan. So after that, Gharendra Samhita, it is also yoga text developed during after post-classical period. Then it is talking about it is the continuation of the Hatha Yoga text only, Hatha Yoga Pradapika, describing the 32 poses and the pranayama, kriyas, and mudravan. Then now after that, modern periods come up in 1700 to till now. Then in this period, growth of yoga outside India, Then so many. Before that, there is a gap between modern and modern and the post-classical, because there is a lot of dualism, not belief in the yogas, not belief in the yoga practices. So during this period, the yoga practice in India is almost finished. But after some gaps, in 1700 BC and 1700 C, it is again start developing. Then, some gurus like Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda is one of the renowned yogis that that mesmerized the Parliament of World Religion in Chicago in 1893. Then Swami Shivananda, the guru of Swami Vivekananda, and inspired the establishment of more than 30 yoga centers and ashrams in all over the world. Then P. Krishnamacharya, the yoga gurus, these all yogis are helped to develop the modern yoga system. Like P. Krishnamacharya is again revived many lost teachings of yoga and instructed numerous modern day yoga instructor, modern teacher like B.K. Iyengar. B.K. Iyengar, sir, that who emphasizes detail alignment and therapeutic yogas are developed. Then next is P.K.V. Desikacharya. P.K.V. Desikacharya is the son of P. Krishnamacharya. He focus on individual instruction, means personal yoga teaching, individual yoga practices are developed during this period, and the breath practices also developed through PKV Desikacharya. Then Patabi Jois taught and structured the flow in series of poses, building innerhood, Vinyasa Yoga. So many flows are formed during this through the yogi Patabi Jois. Then Indra Devi spread the yoga worldwide with love and warmth. And she first yoga studio in America was established in Hollywood by Indra Devi herself. So this is all about the history of yoga. Now I would like to talk about the kinds of yoga. What is yoga? Okay. Different books, according to different book has the different meaning, and different definitions has given. But the main meaning of the definition, main meaning of the yoga is the union of individual self to universal. Means the realization of self-realization is the main aim of the yoga. Yoga is a physical, mental, and spiritual practice, which is originated in ancient India with a view to attain a state of permanent peace of mind in order to experience one's true self. In some definitions, like Patanjali Yoga Sutra, talking about define the yoga is yoga chitta vritti nirodha, means to stop the fluctuation of the mind. And the Bhagavad Gita talking about define the yoga samatvam yoga uchvate, equanimity in equanimity is a yoga karma kosalam. This different definition has been given, but the main purpose of the yoga is just the ultimate practice of yoga is moksha, liberation. Through the exact definition of what form this text depends on the philosophical or theological system with which it is conjugated. Then I would like to talk about the kinds of yoga. The kind of yoga is only 4 paths of yoga to attain the freedom, to attain the freedom, a goal of the life, like freedom, attainment, the ultimate reality. So first is Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is the action, also known as the action yoga, means serving people. Yoga is not only practicing poses, breathing, pranayams, and dhyan. It is also about the Karma Yoga, like service, helping people, and social work. Lots of things is that helps to develop the society, helps to develop the humanity. It's the Karma Yoga. Then another way is Bhakti Yoga, that also known as the yoga of devotion. And one can attain the ultimate reality through the Bhakti Yoga also. Then another is Gyan Yoga, the yoga of knowledge. So if the person is having a real knowledge, then one can attain the ultimate reality. One can attain the God or moksha. So the last is Raj Yoga. The Raj Yoga is also known as Royal Yoga Path, and it is talking about the Hatha Yoga practices, physical yoga practices. Now, I would like to come to the elements of yoga. The elements of yoga, according to Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there is 8 paths of yoga, also known as Ashtanga Yoga. That is Yam. First is Niyam. This is the ethical discipline. Ahimsa, like Yam is divided into 5 points, like Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, and Aparigraha. Means this ethical, if one is follows this ethical, then it is easy to attain the true goal of the yoga. Suppose if you are in violence, if you are in we are not following the brahmacharya, or we are not following the ahimsa, and we steal something from others by words or by physically, then this cannot attain, because we are involved in the worldly materialism. So we need to follow this first ethical discipline in ourselves. Then after that, the second point is niyam. It is the self-observation to maintain, to develop our personality, like souls, santos, tap, swadhyay, ishwar. Souls means cleanliness. Cleanliness is important. Santos means austerity. That is means we should feel free, happy. And tattva means the practice of the resilience. We should always feel free to always ready to practice in any condition. Any we should follow our rules and regulations. We should not break our ethics. Okay. Swadhyay means self-study. It is very important. And Ishwar Pranidhan, it is the surrender to God. Everything happens for the good. If you think that everything is happen for the good, then it is kind of Ishwar Pranidhan, means we surrender to the God. Then the the third is asana. That is posture. That regular practice of asana can develop one's body and can be attained the healthy body. Then pranayama, it is all about the breath control, means pran means life force, and I am means control. So regular practice of pran, one can attain the control the pran and can realize the reality. Then fifth is pratyahar, means withdrawal, sense withdrawal. For concentration, for meditation, first we should withdraw our senses from worldly materials, worldly, then like family members, or first we have to focus in one thing, one point. After that, we can do the dharana, means concentration at a particular point. Then if we attain pratyahar and dharana, then we can meditate easily. We can practice meditate. We can transcend our mind to everywhere, wherever we want. Then if we can control the mind, we can control our senses, then we can achieve samadhi. Samadhi, it is the state of realization, state of peace, and also known as moksha, the state of moksha. Means it is no matter whatever we are in the state of reality. Then next point is classification of asanas. There are 4 classifications, that is meditative asanas, relaxative asanas, cultural asanas. Meditative asanas, like we sit for the meditation, like Padmasana, Sukhasana, and relaxative asanas to relax whenever we do any lots of poses or any rigorous workout, rigorous activities, we can stay in a savasana position to relax the mind and to relax the body. So it is relaxative asana, and some relaxative asanas like savasana, then sasangasana. These are the relaxative asanas. Then cultural asanas. The third one is cultural asana. Cultural asana is asanas that have to put our strength, energy. We have to put our efforts. That is cultural asanas like Sirsasana, Sarvangasana, and lots of asanas are there. Then next point is pranayama. Pranayama involves the four important things, that is inhalation, exhalation, and retention of the breath. So inhalation is purak. Purak, when we inhale the breath, it is known as purak, and when we exhale, it is resha. And when we retain, after inhale and after exhale, there is the gap between the exhalation and the inhalation. This is the kumbhak. Okay. So the ratio in pranayama, ratio of purak, rekshak, and kumbhak is very important. Suppose we are doing narishuddhi or anulom vilom, then we need to take the breath in, like, suppose 4 seconds in, then there is needed of 2 to 3 seconds gap. Then if there is no heart problem or no lungs problem, then we can retain our breath. Then we can retain for 2 to 3 seconds. After that, we can exhale. Then after exhalation, again we can give a gap between inhalation. So we should practice the pranayama. Then next is importance of satkarma and suddhi kriyas. So cleanliness of the internal organs are called the satkarma or suddhi kriyas. So first we should practice, suppose head to neck, we can clean our organs like eyes, nose, mouth. So it is known as neti. Neti is jal. Suppose if you want to clean the nose, we can follow the jal neti, sutra neti. If you want to clean, if you want to clean our eyes, then it is chakshu neti. And if you want to clean our mouth, our esophagus, our stomach, then we can follow Vaman Dhoti and Danda Dhoti, Vastra Dhoti. Then after below stomach, like intestine and in anus, also can be cleaned through the water only. All this can be cleaned through water also, like basti. There is the Dal Basti, Shankar Prakshalan. Lots of the basti is there to clean our intestine. Then Noni Kriya practice also there. It is the practice cleansing and the toxins from the stomach region like pancreas, stomach, bladders. Then Tratak. Tratak is the eye practice to clean the eye. So it also helps in concentrate, focus. Then last is Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is the is also a cleansing prayer, but it is 3 types. If we do Kapalbhati with water, it is a Vitkram Kapalbhati and Sitkram Kapalbhati. If you do only breath through the breath, it is just normal cleansing Kapalbhati that we always we used to practice in our daily yoga practices. Then another point I would like to talk about is importance of yoga in daily life. If we live in our yogic way of life, we can be healthy. Means suppose our life should be biological clock, but we used to live. We used to sleep at late night. We used to wake up at late morning. So this is not in the biological according to the biological clock. So we should follow our biological clock. We should follow our conduct, thinking, eating habits, daily routine. These are very important to live being a healthy life. Then I would like to talk about the benefits of regular practices of asana, pranayama, and dhyan. If someone is practiced regularly the asana, pranayama, dhyan, and even following the daily routine of from the morning to night, if you are following the yogic lifestyle, and then one can get so many benefits like physical and mental purity. We can develop our physical health. We can develop our mental health. We can make our mind pure. We can keep away from diseases by curing and preventive practices of preventive qualities of pranayama and dhyan. And we can reduce our mental tension. Like we always in our daily life, we have to face stress, anxiety, and depression. This can be controlled. This can be reduced by regular practice of asana, pranayama, dhyan. And asar, vichar, and ahar. Okay. Relaxation of mind and body is very important. Through asanas and pranayama and even dhyan, we can relax our body and mind. And we can correct our body postures also. If you practice good asanas, so many asanas are there who help that help our corrections of the body posture. Then we can develop our spiritual health also, and we can improve our overall health like endocrine system, immune system, digestive system. All body systems are very important to regulate our body functions in healthy manner. So yoga, regular practice of asanas and pranayama can help to improve our overall health. We can enhance our moral ethical values by practicing yam and yams. Then we can enhance our strength and patience flexibility in our to live and to do our daily activity. We need some basic strength and basic flexibility. So we can get benefit from these asanas, and pranayams. And one of the most important thing is rest, that is sleep. Sleep also can be induced by practicing pranayama and japa. So these are some important points that can get benefits from practicing of asanas, pranayama, and meditation. Now I would like to talk about the prevention and management of common lifestyle diseases like obesity, diabetes, hypertension, back pain, trauma, thyroidism. So many the lifestyle diseases are there, but if you practice regularly the regular pranayama, regular asanas, regular meditation, then we can keep away our this type of diseases. We can keep our body healthy. So due to our wrong lifestyle, obesity, diabetes come up. But suppose we are in every phase of the age, we have to face lots of stress, lots of tension, and we have no time to think about our body. We have no time for care about our health. So this is if we take some time, like 1 hour or some half an hour every day to practice some kinds of asanas for the particular parts of the body or for organs, for mind, then we can keep our body, and we can prevent from so many diseases like this type of diseases. Next, I would like to come to the importance of yoga in student life. Yoga in yoga education, student is closely related. So importance yoga in student life is yoga helps to encourage mental focus, concentration in students, because teenage stuck between schools, exams, tuitions, many other activities, results mental and health stress, mental and health disorder. Student lives are full of academic activities, assignment, good scores, competitions, or lots of competitions is there to perform better and project works. No time for self and no time for relaxation. And but yoga directly encouraged improvement, mental focus, concentration in students. Yoga suits mind and body and eliminates social and academic stress also. So pranayama and dhyan soothing sometimes getting cramped and jammed in students' body. So yoga and pranayama can help to soothe these cramped and jammed bodies. Regular practice of asanas and pranayama and dhyan encourage positive results to the students. And the de-stress stress coming from family pressures, academics, performance stress, and lots of regular practice of yoga, or if we imparted yoga education in the yoga practices in the schools, student can be de-stressed. Sharpness and the concentration of the mind, need relaxed mind, deep sleep, peace of mind, energy, and all this can be getting from yoga practice and yoga education. So basic strength is very important in students' life also. It is very essential for rigorous activities and hectic schedule of the students, and can be enhanced. It can be achieved regular yoga practice. Regular practice can achieve this hectic schedule to relax body and relax mind. There are so many health benefits, health benefits to the students. Like some nowadays we can see the small children is having diabetes, asthma problem, eyesight problem, having lots of anxiety and stress for the all this can be prevented. All this can be relieved by practicing of yoga, and can get a peace of mind. Yoga also helps to improve our students' memory by practicing pratyahar, dhyan, and dharana and dhyan. So to increase focus through pranayama and meditation also. In some girl students has to face the hormonal disturbance during adolescence and teenage period, has to face many stress, can lead monthly cycle like heavy and painful menstruation. Sometimes skip the menstruation cycle also. So yoga also helps to relieve all this type of problems, and most of the students can find headache problem also. Like sometimes this headache leads towards the migraine, but it can be relieved if we practice regular dhyan and regular practice. If you take out the few minutes, few hours to practice the yoga, even in school, even in home or private, we can, if student can practice the yoga regularly, then we can keep this type of problem away. Overall, health benefits can be getting through this regular yoga practice. Then importance yoga in schools, colleges, and universities. Nowadays yoga is so much developed. Well, in every corner of the world, yoga is practiced, yoga is studied. So many researches is going on. So many scopes are there in school level, college level, and university. So yoga is career oriented. Yoga, you have yoga. If yoga is a subject matter, then yoga can be taught and learned. So for that, your teachers, yoga instructors, yoga therapies, yoga studios, institutes, so many options are there to become to make our career. Then even today, governments also comes forward to provide this job in different levels, different departments, different levels of the health center, different level of the schools, colleges, and the universities. So yoga is career oriented, and yoga is health benefit to students, health benefits to the teachers also. it helps to focus, concentration, relax, even creative, memory power. And yoga helps to make the healthy environment by practicing regular practices of prayer, peace of mind. Regular practice of meditation helps to lead towards the peace of mind. So the practice of yam and niyam also leads toward the social relations, friendly, and it helps to provide true knowledge. Like if we learn different levels, suppose from school level to university level, and every day it is compulsory in as a subject, one can start study about self, start understanding, one can understand about the self, then realize the self, getting knowledge about the reality of the self. So yoga is kind of a true knowledge. So yoga can be imparted, can be imparted in schools, colleges, and universities. Then another point is importance of yoga for women. In our daily life, women is very important. Like to running the house, running the home, to making the home, running the home, to running the offices. The coordination, cooperation of the women is very important. And but they have to face lots of stress through working area, household activities. So they have to manage the house and the office also. So yoga helps to relieve the stress and anxiety coming from the working areas, or from the job, from the household activities. And yoga helps to prevent from hormonal imbalance also. Like most of the time, a woman has to face 3 stages of changes in hormonal systems. Like first in adolescence, in teenage, first periods, the menstrual cycle, there is lots of changes in hormones. So they have to face stress, anxiety, lots of things that first time. Then second stage is pregnancy, during pregnancy. So during pregnancy, a woman has to face lots of stress. Like suppose the first time she has to face lots of body changes in the thyroid, changes in the body structure. This so, and last is menopause. During the menopause, there is also changes in the hormonal system. So all this can be prevented by practicing regular practice of some selected asanas and pranayams, and even meditation. So yoga helps to boost the basic strength and energy to the woman, because the whole day there sometimes a woman, a housewife or a mother, whole day busy in household activities, look after the families, look after the children. So they need some basic strength, some energies, lots of energies to carry forward the families, to look after the families. So yoga is one of the best way to relax the mind and body in minimum time and maximum rest. Then last point, I would like to come to the importance of yoga in pregnancy. Pregnancy involves some 3 points, like pre-pregnancy, during pregnancy, and post-pregnancy. Okay. Pre-pregnancy, there is lots of stress regarding conceive, miscarriages, lots of fear is there. there is lots of doubt, confusion, and even excitement also there, because conceiving is one of the best, one of first challenging process to conceive, and then to hold the baby, to grow, to grow the baby in the womb is another challenge. Suppose she has to take she has to take care of the baby once conceived. So there should not be miscarriage. So there is a lot of challenging, lots of fears, lot of confusion is there before pregnancy, and during pregnancy it starts with first trimester and second trimester and third trimester. It involves 3 trimesters. So in first trimesters, lots of mood swings are there, lots of sickness, morning sickness, like lots of changes is there. So suddenly the life starts changing in different way. So yoga can help this changing of mood, changing of the structure of the body, changing of this hormonal. It can help to relax the mind, help to relax the body, and yoga health means overall well-being. So during this 3 times, they have to face different kinds of health issues also, like sometimes they trigger diabetes, thyroid. So yoga helps to control all these in easy way, easy pregnancy. After pregnancy, they have to face some stress about the baby care, about the health, checking the bodies, regain the body shapes again. And after delivery, after baby's birth, she has to take care. She has to always carry the baby on hand or hand. So she needs some basic strength also. So all this can be provided by regular practice of yoga, specific practice of yoga, pregnancy yoga. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was very nice to hear you. You brought us so much knowledge about yoga. We don't about this. We don't know many about this. So, would you like to add something to this, or you have finished your part?
If you have any questions, then I can add something.
It's regarding the subject. Do you think that in schools there must be a yoga section as a permanent subject?
Yes. Subject. I think it should be there actually. If we want to, the main aim of the yoga is, I already said that main of the yoga is the realization, self-realization, how we can realize ourselves. So from basic, suddenly we cannot realize our body and mind. We cannot suddenly understand our body and mind. So from beginning or at the school level, in general, like in the first standard, we start doing normal practicing yoga, not about the material as a study material. So start practicing means it is learning about some controlling the mind, controlling the body, balancing the mind and body. So it should start. They have to, because even in nowadays the syllabus is very vast in school level also. So they need some focus memories. So if subject is added, they have to read, they have to practice. So it should be added in every standard, not only in school level, even the college also. If the person who are doing BSc or MSc normal, the computer science, so there should be the options to practice extracurricular activities. So they can stay healthy, they can stay focused, they can stay relaxed.
Yes. So on this note, I guess we can end this session. Thank you very much for your time, for enlightening us with the knowledge of yoga from history to present days and everything. Thank you so much. It was very nice to meet you.
Okay, thank you very much. And I would like to thank once again to the Anazori team and its core team to give me the chance sharing some kinds of knowledge regarding the yoga education. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.